welcome back to another edition of Midweek Mojo. I hope everybody's having a great week so far. So before I even get started today, I have to give a big shout out to each and every one of you that hopped on last week's motivational call. When I say it was phenomenal, it was phenomenal. And I had so much fun just adding value to the lives of each and every person that got on the call. You guys came with amazing feedback. You had great questions. And I just had so much fun and truly enjoyed myself being on that call last week. So for those of you that missed the call and for whatever reason you didn't get a chance to hop on the call, at the end of this video, I'm going to leave some information so that you can listen back to the recording. And trust me, if you did not get on that call, you missed out big time. So once again, the information is going to be at the end of this video. Make sure you take some time because it is going to be a true investment into yourself by listening to that recording. So jumping into today's topic. I remember when I was in a transitionary phase in my life. You see, a few years ago, I was on the path to being a doctor. I was pre-med in college. I had about 1.5 years left of school at the most. But at that time, I had my aha moment. I started to realize that I was going down a good path for the wrong reasons. So while making this transition, I actually ended up on the path of entrepreneurship. So I knew in my heart that pursuing the medical field was not a bad thing, but it was the wrong thing for me. So I ended up on the path, looking at the path of entrepreneurship. Now, for those of you who were on the call, you remember me saying this quote, that opportunity is mixed with difficulty, and difficulty is mixed with opportunity. I had an amazing opportunity to truly step into my life purpose. I had an amazing opportunity to do something that I could not only tolerate for the rest of my life, but that I could enjoy from the rest of my life. Something that I love doing that I could also make a lucrative amount of income from. I was so excited about about stepping on the path to being an entrepreneur. But with that opportunity, I started to experience some difficulties. And the difficulties started sounding a little something like this. I don't have enough money to be an entrepreneur. I don't have enough skills to be an entrepreneur. I don't know if I'm good enough to be an entrepreneur. I don't know if I'll have the proper support to become an entrepreneur. All the difficulties that were taking place in my mind were excuses. I started creating excuses as to why I couldn't pursue something that I know I wanted to pursue. I started giving myself these crappy reasons and telling myself this false story about why I couldn't pursue the greatness that I knew I was destined to pursue. And I had to come to a realization. I had to grow up. I had to give up childish thinking and stop creating excuses and start creating results. And that is my message to each and every person out there today. There is a purpose that you have on your life. There is something that you were supposed to be doing right now that you are not doing because you're creating excuses. You keep telling yourself that you're not good enough. You keep telling yourself that you're not smart enough. You keep telling yourself that you failed before, so now you can't do it again. My encouragement to you today is to push through it. Stop selling yourself short by selling yourself excuses. You see, I had this epiphany that the excuses that I was creating in my mind were just the symptom of a bigger disease that was taking place within me. And that disease is fear. So many times we're afraid of failure. So many times we're afraid of success. So many times we're afraid of what people might say. So many times we might be afraid of how our family perceives us, how our friends perceive us. We get afraid of doing the very thing that we know in our hearts that we are called to do. And I want to tell you that you have to push past that fear. You have to push past it. You have to understand that there will never be the perfect condition. There will never be a point in time where you have all the money. There will never be a point in time where every single person supports you. There will never be a time where the conditions are 100% the way that you want them. Stop creating excuses because you have fear. Fear is the issue most of the time. Some say that fear is an acronym for fear that we've heard of, is false evidence appearing real. I want to give you one thing that has helped me overcome fear. I want to give you one thing that has helped me slay fear and stop it in its tracks. And that is called action. if there's anything that I've learned over the course of my life, is that action is a killer of fear. Action will kill that false evidence in your life. So many times, as much as I speak, every time I get up to speak in front of a crowd, I have this fear. I get nervous. My hands start to get a little shaky. I'm always nervous and afraid before I do a speech. But you want to know what? Action is a killer of fear. I do it anyway. I do it afraid. I do it even though that maybe there's a chance I may not do a good job today. Maybe there's a chance that the crowd may not respond the way I want them to respond. I take steps knowing that if the actions themselves will kill the fear. There is such a feeling of gratification and a weight that is lifted off of your shoulders when you put action in spite of fear. So I'm not saying the fear will completely be gone, but you have to understand that you have to push past that fear. You have to understand that your purpose is on the other side of fear. There is a blessing on the other side of fear. Your destiny is on the other side of fear. And I want you to get that through your minds today, to push past that fear. You're afraid about your weight. You're afraid about your health. Take action about it. You want to start a business, but you're afraid that it's going to fail. Take action about it. So many times, failure is actually a part of the process. We are so petrified of failing when failure is a key ingredient to succeeding. So many times I failed as an entrepreneur. So many times I failed as a speaker. So many times I failed as a human being. So what? Push through it. Push past the false evidence appearing real. Push past the false evidence that says I'm not good enough. Push past the false evidence that says I'm not strong enough, that I don't have enough, that I don't have the resources, I don't have the support. So what? The beautiful thing about stepping into your dreams, the beautiful thing about stepping into your purpose is that you may not start with the money. You may not start with the support. You may not start with all of the resources that you need. But as you take the first step on the journey and you take another step and another one and another step, you start to realize that the resources that you need, the support that you're looking for, the courage that you're looking for comes once you've started the journey. When I first started as an entrepreneur, I did not have a lot of support from friends and family. When I first decided to come on this path, I did not have a lot of courage. I did not necessarily have the skills. But as I began the journey, as I started to take steps every single day, the resources that I was afraid of not having magically came to be. People started to support me day by day, month by month, year by year. Get rid of the excuses in your mind telling you that you are not good enough. I want to ask you a question today. What greatness are you withholding yourself from? What lame excuses are you telling yourself right now about why you can't pursue that dream? About why your grades can't be the way you want them to be? About why you can't pursue that relationship? About why your health cannot get better? What excuses are you giving yourself today? And then I want you to ask yourself another question. Best question you could ask yourself. What actions can I take to prove these excuses wrong? You don't have to be great to start. You don't have to be perfect to start. You don't have to be an expert to start. You don't need all of the answers to start. But in order to be great, in order to be successful, in order to feel that fulfillment in your life, you have to make a decision to start. Don't put it off till tomorrow. Don't put it off till next week. Don't put it off until 2017. I want you to take action right now. I want you to think about 3 things that you know that you should be doing now that you're not doing. I want you to put that pen to the paper. Write it down. 3 things that you should be doing right now that you know that you're not doing. 3 ways that you should be changing your health that you have not started. 3 ways you can change your relationship but you have not decided to start it yet. 3 things that you can do to change your finances, to change your career. 3 things that you can do to help yourself become better spiritually. Write these 3 things down now. And I want you to take action. Take action despite of the fear. Take action despite the doubt that you may have. Take action knowing that you can do it if you overcome the fear. Just take the action knowing that the action is a killer of fear. Action is to fear what David was to Goliath. I want you to slay your fears, slay those excuses. Stop telling yourself that you can't do it and prove yourself wrong by going out there and doing it. Once again, I want to say thank you to each and every person who comes and supports this channel. For those of you who like what you heard in this video, hit the like button. If you have not done so yet, hit the subscribe button and hit that little gray bell next to the subscribe button. So every time these videos come out, you'll get the notification sent directly to you. Once again, if you like these videos, share it, comment, like, keep supporting the channel. I do appreciate the support of each and every person who has been on my side thus far. So I hope that each and every one of you go out there and take action this week. Let your action slay your fears this week. And I really want you to start taking action from now. Don't wait until January 1st to make these steps. Don't wait till January 1st to make these decisions. But if you start now, if you start today, you will have a head start for 2017. For those of us who are serious, for those of us who are ambitious and hungry, 2017 does not start on January 1st. 2017 has already started. For some of you, 2017 starts today. For some of you, 2017 already started once December started. Wherever you are, whatever you're doing right now, I just ask that you would take action. Put yourself in a position to be successful in 2017. I cannot wait to see you all again next Wednesday. I want you to stay strong. I want you to stay bold and courageous and just keep dominating this week. I want you all to finish this year strong. I hope that you have a good and productive week, and I will see you all next Wednesday. Take care. Up and down.